I pulled it off, baby.
What's up, MuchMusic? It's Georgia, and I'm here joined today in the studio with the stars of Heated Rivalry.
You're an awesome player to watch.
Yes. Ooh. Very good at hockey.
The best, probably.
We will be seeing each other a lot.
Yeah, Boston and Montreal play against each other often.
Roz, you gotta see this.
She's like a huge movie star.
Are there any gay hockey players?
None that have said it publicly.
The new Crave hockey romance drama based on best-selling book series Game Changers by Rachel Reid, Connor Storrie, Hudson Williams. Welcome. How's it going?
Good.
We're just gonna talk at the same time the whole
It's so
time.
nice to be here.
Wow, you guys are in such sync. I love it. I would love to get to know you guys a little bit more. Obviously, the audience knows you guys as Shane Hollander and Ilya Rozanov. But for you two, let's do a little icebreaker, you know, break the ice.
Break
Hockey.
the ice with the puck and
With
the,
the puck.
stick.
Exactly.
Nice.
Okay, love it. Well, between the two of you, I would love to.
This is good.
So between the two of you, who is the most likely to start a fight on the ice if you were actually a hockey player?
Hudson.
Yeah. That's how I would play. I don't think I'd be focused on the puck. I'll just punch people, hit people, and just kind of.
And he's an
get
actual
dirty.
athlete too, like basketball. Is it MMA or UFC? Like, what do you?
UFC is the NBA.
Okay,
Yes,
got it,
yes,
got it, got it.
correct.
is
Okay.
basketball.
So he
Yeah.
did.
But you're an MMA fighter?
Yeah, I grew
Oh,
up
wow.
MMA fighting and boxing.
That's
And then I
crazy.
got too many
So he's
concussions.
dangerous.
But how about
Yeah.
yourself? You're not so
No,
dangerous.
I cry a lot, so I'm less dangerous.
A dangerous
No.
artist.
I was a gymnast growing up.
So was I.
Oh no way.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm from West Texas, so that was a big thing where I grew up.
Obviously, it's not connection to the show, but like the Russian side
Yeah,
of it, I'm like,
right?
that's a very gymnast thing.
Totally, and I think that's kind of where maybe I'm able to access that is kind of that like stoic, execute, control thing.
Absolutely.
Is very much gymnastics.
Okay, I love it. Well, I like that it's kind of opposite because, obviously from the show you would think you're the one who's more scrappy, but I
Shane
guess-
wouldn't do that. Shane wouldn't punch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the more you learn about us, the more you realize that I'm actually probably more Shane in real life, and you're actually more Ilya in real life.
To some degrees, yeah.
Yeah.
To some degree.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, we'll chat about that later. But between you guys, who's the most likely to forget a line?
We were both pretty good. Like I was surprised by this show at the lack of anyone. Usually on a show it's line, and every
Yeah.
actor's doing that. On this show, it was like people are dialed in.
Yeah, I feel like
Love
you're
it.
more word perfect than I am, but also like depending on the timeline,
Yeah.
Ilya's English is kind of not always the best.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit easier to remember like I want you here now rather than I wish you were here now with me.
Yeah, the exact wording. You
Yeah.
can kind of wing it a little bit.
Yeah, so I think I had a little bit more freedom with how word perfect I could be, but then when it came to the Russian, definitely not. Like
Yeah.
that was crazy.
Are you Russian though?
I'm not. No.
What?
Yeah.
You like look Russian.
Yeah, that's what everyone says. That's what everyone says. But when I see Russians, I'm like anyone who's heard me talk about this knows that when I read this, I was like, it's not gonna be me.
Your
So-
execution's amazing.
Cool. I love it.
Love it.
I pulled it off, baby.
You did. Who's most likely to break character laughing? Did you guys have
Me.
any of those moments?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
because
think
you make me laugh. He would go off script. That's the not word perfect thing
Yeah.
that you do. But it would be because Ilya is such a charming character and you
Right.
played him so well. When he takes his liberties, he was always slapping me. Was a choice he always sort of
Like roughhousing.
utilized.
But also
yeah.
I think that also comes down to our characters. Like since I am a little bit more free or make a little bit more jokes, like you have to. It makes more sense that you would break character because you
Yeah.
have more of that character that would break.
Who's most likely to initiate a secret crush?
What do you mean
If
initiate?
you're falling for someone, you would just go for it.
Hudson's more of a romantic than
Like more
I
forward.
am.
Yeah, I might just shoot it. Just
Yeah, like shoot your shot,
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, not me.
No.
I'm like,
Like you'd wait for the other person to make the
Yeah,
move.
I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't even know if I wait for the other. I kind of just don't even.
Yeah.
Just kind of like,
You'd be like, they don't like me. They don't like
Yeah,
me. Like
I'm
they
like-
said, I love you, Connor. And
I'm like,
no, no,
who's that?
don't know him. Don't
Yeah.
know him.
But you're shooting your shot.
Yeah, I guess just shoot from the hip and just
Shoot from the hip. That's the headline.
Who's most likely to arrive late on set?
I feel like we would swap pickup times. Like we would always get picked up usually at the same time. Sometimes I would be the last one to the car, and sometimes you would be the last
But
one. to the
also, it's kind of like it's really hard because you have people telling you where you have to go, when you have to go. So I mean, neither of us can really
You have to be a little bit of a dick.
You have
if
to
you're- if
really,
you're showing
you have to
up
really
late,
go
but-
through some hoops to mess up the schedule.
You have to be like a
know?
purposeful little bit of a.
Yeah. Who takes the most time to get ready? Longest.
Hudson.
Yeah.
That was quick. That was
Hudson has like a 10-piece.
I like my Korean skincare. Every Christmas, my auntie gives me a whole 2 Ziploc bags full of very expensive
Drop the
skincare.
skincare routine.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Remember when
it's
we were-
obnoxious.
remember
Is
when
it
we got
lengthy?
No, it's like 5 steps. 5 steps.
We were at the airport the other day, and he got stopped in security, and he was like, "There's something in your."
I
bag."
hated that guy.
And then he was like, "There's something in your bag," and then he pulls out 2-gallon Ziploc bags full of skincare, and they like opened it and were like looking and like
This
what is
shaking.
this?
piece of condescending garbage
Did they
was
throw
just
it?
looking at me kind of like they're all under
like, "What
100
is
milliliters.
this?"
He's just holding it in my
I'm crying.
jojoba. He's holding my Cause X, and
Yeah,
he's
do you not
holding
know
my
what jojoba oil
goddamn.
is?
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, and I was like, yeah. He kept looking at me
You do
as
have
he's
great,
looking
you
at
have
this.
great skin though.
He's got great.
Yeah,
skin.
I should
Yeah.
have said you should take that, and he still had the audacity to judge me. So that
Trust
man
me.
is. If I see him again,
He was taking notes. It was admiration.
And lastly, who's the most competitive out of you two, for real?
you're competitive in your own way.
Yeah, I'm competitive. The thing is I'm not a good sport, which is really sad. So
Are you
if
a sore
I don't
loser?
win,
I'm a bad
just kind of
sport as
shut
well.
down. I want really, really badly to do really well, and if I don't, I get really embarrassed.
Yeah.
But this was a really good exercise because there's no way you can be perfect at Olympic level hockey and be a fluent Russian speaker and. do all
Well, you
that.
fooled me because I thought you were Russian.
There we go.
And your skating looks amazing.
That's all I
Yeah.
needed to hear.
And what drew you both to this like romance rivalry story? What made you want to bring it to life? Considering it was like it's a book adaptation.
For me, it was Jacob's writing, and then later finding out about Rachel's book and
Yeah.
the heart of it all. It was very alluring, and but Jacob is just such a brilliant writer and director, and I just wanted to work with him, and I wanted to play this character because I thought he was really beautiful.
Yeah, for me, I think that the characters are just really cool. I mean, Russian bisexual professional hockey player, and if you read the books or watch the show, his family dynamics are really crazy. There's just a lot there to play with, and it's really easy to make that like a real person rather
Totally.
than just this idea of a character.
For sure.
So I was like, I love it, and also like hockey is so culturally out of
course.
what I've ever known.
Yeah.
And so it's so fun to go to a new place. Also, coming to Canada was really cool.
Yeah.
I had never been to Canada before.
How do you
this.
find it?
I love it. I actually kind of want to spend a solid amount of time in Toronto.
Especially, you got to experience a winter here.
I
It's
know.
brutal, but
Yeesh.
it's
We were just in Quebec, and that was like way
Your
colder than
It's-
here.
it was
pronunciation's so
gross.
good.
Yeah, we were just in Quebec. Montreal.
you could fool me for any.
He's a linguist.
Love it. And what would you guys say to those who are fans of the book? Like, what are the main differences between the show and the book?
I was just talking to Jacob about this, but I feel like he has made some of the elements in a way or the story a little bit uglier in a way, but like in a good way. It's just a little bit more.
description.
They're
Raw.
not as justified, or you kind of have to read into it.
Yeah.
They're not as like spoon fed as much.
I mean, there's like really small aesthetic things that are different, but those don't really affect the story at all.
Yeah.
I think that they dive a little bit deeper into our characters individually in their personal life. You know, like we see a lot of Yuna with Shane's. Yuna is Shane's mom.
More Svetlana and Rose.
Yeah, we get a lot more. We get a lot more interaction between the people outside of their dynamics,
Cool.
and I think that kind of justifies why they show up in the way that they do. in
Yeah,
their
like
relationship
context.
and everything. Yeah, totally.
Totally. And in what ways did you guys relate to your characters?
I don't relate much with Shane. I wish
Yeah.
I'm attracted to his sort of earnesty
Yeah.
that he has, and we're both half Asian, and he deals with that in the hockey world, and that becomes quite a thing he has to wrestle with, and I had to deal with it a little bit in the acting world, and so that was one of the tethers I could kind of see myself.
Yeah, I think that both of these characters kind of live outside of the box and feel like. I think this is something that I think a lot of people, no matter what community you're a part of, can relate to, and I think why this is so special among so many different groups. Feeling like I am one thing and I need to be seen as one thing. I think a lot of people can just understand the idea of like, I should be this way. People want me
Totally.
to show up this way,
Totally.
but that's not natural to me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they grapple with the
Yeah.
entire time is what's expected of me and what do I actually want and see for myself.
Absolutely. And based based on the book as well, Rachel Reid's book meant a lot to like the queer romance fans as well. So why do you guys feel like that representation is so important, especially in the sports world in a sport like hockey?
Totally. I feel like not just even the society's view, but we were talking about this. It's crazy to think that this show will come out and more shows like this, hopefully, and not just the social stigma around queerness, but also like the individual person to person relations, you know, because it's one thing to look at sports and how they deal with queerness and some of these toxic masculinity.
Totally.
But it's even more interesting for me to think about, you know, friends on a team maybe hearing or seeing stories like this and thinking on a more personal level of like, what do I say in the locker room? You know, when I'm next to my friend, what kind of words do I use to describe other people? I mean, it really just opens up these people on a individual basis to what other people are going through.
Yeah, hopefully it can make just empathy more accessible and increase the sort of language and aptitude people are able to sort of interrelate with these people that maybe on paper they don't feel like they have too many similarities, and at the end of the day it's just they can be your friend, you can talk with them and joke with them. It's not like they're a werewolf, they're just
It's just a
course.
consciousness. you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful, guys. And the story spans 8 years. So how are you guys able to make that relationship feel real across that like timeline?
That was hard.
That was super
It
hard
would-
because we bounced back and forth during the shooting so much.
in one
so-
day we would play possibly 8 years.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. So
Wow, mentally that's
it was just trying to really keep track of it and also not get too lost into it because as a viewer, I think the context really drives that home,
Yeah.
you know? But it's so weird to one moment be 19 and then the next scene be, you know, 24.
Tear
Yeah,
down,
that's a
take away your
huge-
eye bags, put
Yeah.
eye bags back. Yeah.
And how we kind of tracked it was with the hair, you know, like
Yeah.
through the years, we kind of change hair a little bit. So
crazy.
being like, oh, this is more of a pushback day. Like, this is what I'm going through.
I had
you
a
know?
different walk. I was trying to kind
Yeah.
of change my shoulders throughout
Wow.
the years. Was
Yeah.
my little thing.
We grew, so
Yeah.
we had these huge insoles in our shoes, you know?
That went up by 7
Not
inches.
actually. Not
I was like, wait, actually? Like,
We
By
had
the end of the
different
shooting
feet
schedule, we
every
had
day.
7-inch platforms.
Yeah.
okay, well, how would you tap in mentally to like the different ages? Because it is like, it's a big contrast.
I think you just think about contextually what is going on in my life.
Yeah.
Because there's some big moments for both of us with girlfriends that we have in the show, with weird family dynamics that I have. You know, anyone who's read the books, like Ilya personally goes through a lot. And it's pretty easy to be like, oh, this episode, this just happened to my dad, or this just happened with my brother.
Yes.
You know? So that it was a little easier for me.
Yeah, I had my key sort of like timeline points, and then I tried to have sort of like an almost like, you know, what's that like Neanderthal becoming?
Oh,
Right,
the
man.
evolution.
Yeah, the evolution of
Timeline.
yeah,
Timeline.
man. I felt like I kind of wanted that with like Shane's ease and like
Physically.
de-stressing. So like I was trying in the earlier episodes to hold it a little bit
Yeah,
more
yeah,
in that
yeah. What a
posture.
comparison. I love
And then
that.
like as he gets more accepted of himself and he grows some more assurance outside of the hockey world, he kind of gets a little bit more pulled back. Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for joining. Congrats on everything. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be
Thank
sure
you.
to stream the show on Crave.
Thank you.
Thank you.